Yo, what is up, guys? We're here with fantasy draft number 2 for NHL 25. We're going to be doing co-GM with the sim. Essentially what that is, we'll be doing a pick, then we'll let the sim do the next player. We'll do that until we have our full team, and then make the best lines we can, and sim, see if we can win a Stanley Cup. Alright, let's get started. I already went through and set the settings. Let's just sim, we'll close my eyes. Utah. Funny enough, I think Utah is who I'm going to be using for my first franchise rebuild. I mean, they're the newest team in the league. I think it's only fitting. So let's jump in. You know what? I went with 16 last draft. Let's say we're going to get pick number 25. And we get pick number 15. I should have stuck with my same guess as last time. But yeah, we'll jump in. I'll have a look. I'll decide if I'm going to take the first pick or if I'm going to let the sim or the AIGM, whatever you want to call it, make the first one. So let's have a look, see who's available, and at that point, then I'll make the decision if I want to let them take the first one or not. Sid, Yossi, Fox. You know what? I think I'm gonna let the AI do the first pick. I just pray they don't take a goalie. Let's see what they do. Our first pick is Adam Fox. Pretty much exactly who I thought they would pick. Okay, so it's our pick. Again, no restrictions other than that. So just make the best team we can. Dylan Larkin's not a guy I take very often, so let's just take Dylan Larkin. Again, not our pick for this one. Let's see who they take. And they take Mark Stone. So we have a center and right wing and a defenseman. I think I'll see if I can round it out with a left winger here. Honestly, I find Marchand Sims really good in this game so far from what I've done, so I'm going to take him. And again, not our pick. Let's see who they take. Mackenzie Weegar. So, I mean, that's our first pairing defense. Hopefully they're a left defense and a right defense, but, I mean, I have no idea. I'm not even going to check. I'm just going to let them trust that that's their pick. You know what? Kreider again. Not someone I take very often. Let's take him. Again, let's see who they take. And they take Josh Norris for a second line center. So we need a right winger or a defenseman, I think, right now. You know what? Let's take Binnington. Again, no. This pick, not ours. Let's see who they take. They take Radish. Okay, it's a bit of an odd one. We have 3 defensemen now. Okay. Do we just get another defenseman? Or do we go for a right wing? The best right winger available right now is Eberle. I kind of just want to take Burns. I mean, yeah, let's take Burns. I should probably have a look to see who we have for left and for right defenseman, but again, I don't want to. Let's see who they pick. They take Trent Frederick. Whew, that's an interesting one. So I guess we're gonna have a grinder third line, unless he can play up. But I think I'm. Oh my God. Do we go Hartman or do we go Wilson? You know what? Let's take Tom Wilson. He has an X factor. Hopefully he does well. I mean, him and Trent Frederick on the same line would do well. Let's see if they continue. And they take our backup goalie. Actually, I don't even know if Tarasov is good enough to be backup, but I guess we'll find out. Let's take Logan Couture. He's the highest overall. Let's see who they take next. They take Addison. Okay, I guess they really want to finish our defense here quick. And I'm just, you know what, I'm going to let them. Again, I want to try not to take the same players every draft when I'm doing these. I mean, it can get a little hard sometimes. So we'll take Dubois. Hopefully Frederick can move over to the wing or something. We'll see who they take next. They take Carconi. Again, I don't know what to think. It's hard not to take these guys when they're still there, right? I think I took Killer last draft, so let's take Perron. This will be the AI's last pick. They take. Ooh, I don't even know who that is. Gruel? I don't even know how to say his name. Oh, our forwards are done. I guess we're taking a defenseman, so that was their last pick. Yeah, again, I take Gudis, I take Shen quite a bit. Let's take Kevin Shattenkirk to round it out. Okay, and that's the team. Adam Fox for the first pick. I mean, I think our defense and at least our first line should be good. I'm a little worried about the fact that we have that Rouleau guy, and I don't like how they took Tarasov so early. But again, that's the price of doing the draft this way. So we'll jump into the regular season, get up to our lines, and see the best that we can make here. I'm actually going to pop back in for a second before we get there. We're going to see what our coach thinks of the team. Looking at this roster on paper, the team is good enough to compete for the cup. That is my goal for this season. Perfect. If he thinks it looks good enough, then sounds good to me. Okay, let's get to the season. We're up to the regular season. Haven't seen the lines yet. Let's just pray that those guys that they took weren't too low overall. Let's get into it. And okay, first line completely happy with. Second line I would like to be better than, an 87, 85, 84. Third line, I mean Frederick and Wilson, that line should be pretty good. And then yeah, Carconi, Dubois, and Rouleau. Let's have a look at the defense. Uyghur and Fox, that's an elite top pair. Shattenkirk and Burns should do great. Addison and Radish, I think it was Addison they picked, but for some reason, let's look at scratched. Clevin, I don't think that Clevin was someone they took earlier. I could be completely wrong. I don't know if there's any way to go back and look at our draft. And then goalies. Binnington, 86 in the end. Tarasov's not as bad as I thought he would be. 80 overall, but you know what? I'll take it. That's the team. Let's sim up to the trade deadline, and then we'll check back in. So, I have to hop back in for a second. Swore I turned injuries off. Obviously, I didn't. At least it was only Radish. I'll edit the lines manually. I'll get him out. He'll miss a few games. I'll get him back in. I'll get injuries off. And then we'll see you at the trade deadline. And I'll be honest, guys. I didn't expect this. Can't imagine you guys expected it. But 36, 17, and 9. We have to be one of the better teams in the league. Let's have a look. Mark Stone, 72 points. I honestly would not have guessed him. I mean, who knows what he can do if he stays healthy and he's not on the LTIR for the whole season. 72 points. Marchand with 57. Larkin with 50. It is surprising that we only have the one player over point per game, and that it is Mark Stone. And I mean, to be fair, that was a sim pick, not ours. Have a look at our goalies, and then we'll look at the league standings. Bennett. Okay, sorry, I got thrown off. Save percentages are identical there. Bennett 31, 13, 9, 2 shutouts, 9, 13, 2, 8, 4. Can't ask for much better than that. Tarasov, 5 and 5. You'd like to see him get above 500. One of those was a shutout, 9, 13 as well, and 2, 5, 8. I mean, great goalie numbers. Yeah, we can have a peek at the whole league here quick. See who's popping off here. Jack Eichel, 91 points, 63 games. McDavid, 88 and 61. You like to see him actually scoring a few more. That's the highest season total I've ever seen him have so far since I've done drafts on 25 here. Yeah, let's have a look and see league standings. We'll just go straight to entire league. Entire league, we are second in the league. Just 1 point behind the Rangers for first place. We'll have a quick peek at the deadline, and then we'll sim to the rest of the season. All right, if we were making trades, we'd be a buyer, so we'll have a look as a buyer. And here we have it. Rasmus Anderson is the first. Brady Shea, Jared Spurgeon, Ryan O'Reilly, and then at Ekholm. I mean, 4 of the top 5 are all defensemen. Aiden Hill, of course, we're getting offered a trade. We're not making any, so just get out of that quick. We'll look at the top 10, then we'll get out of here before we get offered another one. Trouba, Georgiev, Pionk. Yeah, it's a very defense-heavy deadline. With that being said, I mean, we won that game against the Blackhawks. Oh my God, 8-1. So we are 37, 17, and 9 after the deadline. Let's finish the sim, and let's just pray we don't have a collapse here. Let's sim up to the end of the season here. I mean, we're doing so well. We shouldn't follow the playoffs, but you never know. It seems in this game, a post-deadline collapse is fairly common. So we'll let it play out here, see how we can do. If the sim's going to be slow, I might just cut to the end of the year. But we'll see. The sim should be sped up now. There's no more trade pop-ups. Shouldn't be anything else other than maybe we'll get another update about how the rookies are looking for this draft class. How are we looking? We must be over 100 points now. Yeah, we are for sure. We beat the Jets. We have 102 points. I don't know what the Rangers have if they're still up there. 106. We get another win over the Seattle Kraken. We beat the Preds. Let's see if we can just win the rest. Let's keep going. Dallas Stars. We win again. 4-2. Nashville. Come on. We win again, and we lose the last game of the season. 110 points. That is good enough for... Ooh, the Rangers have one more game. Let's see if they can win it, or even send it to OT, and if they can beat us. They still haven't played. Let's see. All we care about are the Rangers. The Rangers, 112. They beat us for the President's Trophy. Okay. Let's have a look at the stats. See who leads us. Mark Stone, 92 points. Marchand looks to be second with 75. I really like the new menus. We'll go to Stats Central, have a look, and then we'll hop into the playoffs. So again, yeah, Mark Stone finishes off the way he started. 92 points, above point per game. The only one on the team leading the way. Marchand, that's obviously going to be the most goals. 43, 75 points. And then Larkin, 69. Kreider with 60 and Adam Fox with 60. We'll have a look at the goalies and see if they improved. So Tarasov, I believe they were both 9-13. So Tarasov got a little worse, which is fine, but Bennington went up. 41, 17, 10, 9, 16, 271. I mean, Bennington might have an argument for the Vezina. We'll have a look and see. I guess we should just have a look at that before we get out. We'll go entire league here. Entire league, Connor McDavid, 118. It makes sense. It's still not high enough for McDavid. 59 and 59, which is kind of neat, but 118 for Connor McDavid. He leads the league, followed by Jack Eichel, Leon Draisaitl, Ovi, Hughes, Pasta, and Horvat leading out the 100-point club. Goals, it is actually David Pastrnak, 67. I didn't even notice when I was scrolling down. Matthews only 51. I mean, and then Ovi with 54. I think that beats Gretzky for him. So we'll have a look at goalies. Looks like wins, yeah, Freddie Anderson. Binnington's right behind him, though, and he does have a better GAA and a better save percentage. We'll sort by starters. We'll go to minimum 40 games and just see who's leading in stat categories. So Bobrovsky actually is leading save percentage with Ottinger, but Binnington is the next, and I mean, he has a lot more win than those guys. GAA is going to be... Oh, yeah, Anderson is beating Binnington. So I think it's definitely going to be between them. I don't know how much they'll care about, shutouts. He has 2 more, but overtime losses we have way more. So Binnington overall, he got 90... Oh, yeah, he got 92 of our points that we got this season. So, and as opposed to Freddie Anderson that got 87. So, I think Binnington's, played better. Will it continue in the playoffs? Our luck, probably not. But now we'll have a look at the team standings overall. Let's go straight entire league. And we already know. We lost out to the Rangers for the President's Trophy. We have more wins than them. They had more overtime losses. Next time I pop up here, we'll be ready for the playoffs. First round, Nashville Predators. If I recall correctly, we beat them. We played them twice right around the end of the season here. Yeah, we beat them 6-4, 7-3. So let's hope we can keep that up. We'll sim the first 3 games. Hopefully, at least 2-1 lead for us. Definitely not down 3-0. Let's go. Okay, we lose the first in overtime. We bounce back and win the second. This is a huge match, the rubber match here. Let's see if we can get it. We win the third. Okay. Game 4, need to win this one. We don't want to let them tie it up. And we win it. Okay, good. 4-2 win. Let's see if we can advance to the next round. Game 5. And we win. Okay, perfect. We're already doing better than the last sim we did. Spoiler alert. Next round matchup, we have the Colorado Avalanche. Same thing as last time. Sim the first 3. Come on. Can we get 3-0? We lose the first... Win the second, win the third. Same as last round. So let's try and keep it going. Let's win this one. And we do. 3-2. Big win for that one. Okay, let's just close them out. We don't want to give them any hope. And we win overtime. Look at this. This team loves overtime. So far through 2 rounds. 1, 2, 3 overtimes. in 10 games. I mean, not that high, but high enough. Oh, did we sim? And we accidentally sim the first one. Is that gonna be our undoing here? We've lost the first game in every round so far. Hopefully, we win the next two. And we win, and we lose. Okay, this is the first time that we've had a different outcome. So, huge match. We need to win this one. We need to tie it up, and we don't. Okay, that's it. It's an elimination game. We're gonna sim. First period, times 8. Let's see if we can do it. And we do it early. David Perron, the man I didn't want to take, scores on Vasilevsky. That's probably why Vegas is doing so well. I mean, there's no better performing goalie in the playoffs over the past, 5-6 years than Vasilevsky. So it makes sense he'd be doing the same thing in the sim here. And we close out the first on the power play. We're out shooting them 11-8. Okay, I always do this. Second period, we just sim it fast. Let's hope for the best. Still 1-0. It's a goaltending battle. We're out shooting them by quite a bit. Again, let's just slow sim. Hope we can keep it up. And Adam Fox scores early on in the third period here. We needed that. We get another power play. We don't convert. Oh, they're starting to come back on shots. We get another power play. 5-on-3. We need to score on those. And another 5-on-3. Horrible penalties by them. But again, we don't convert, so it doesn't matter. We're still up 2-0. Up 3-0. Empty netter by Brad Marchand. Love it. We're not going home yet. Every game here on out is the biggest game of our lives, so simulate up to the next one. Game 6. Again, we need to win to keep going. Push it to a game 7. Same as always. Times 8. First period. We get an early power play. Can't convert. Our power play's horrible. I don't know if maybe we should have went and tweaked it a little bit, but I don't know. If it's awful, we'll blame the AI. Brad Marchand, shorthanded goal. One of the most shorthanded goals in the history of the NHL. Makes sense that he's scoring more here. Yeah, it's nice when the sim actually makes sense. So let's and quick sim this one. They're out shooting us. Hopefully we can have another goose egg one. I'm sure since I said that it's going to be a high scoring affair, but let's see. And it's 1-1. They scored, pretty early on. So again, it's a big one. Times 8. Let's sit back. I don't want to go to OT. I would rather go to OT than that happen. TJ Brody scores. We're getting outshot by over 10 right now. We need to start clawing our way back. If we want a huge power play, we need to score, and we don't. And Trent Frederick, of all players, I ragged on him so much when he got taken. Oh, we got to kill this off. Okay. There we go. I didn't want overtime. We're getting overtime. Let's press play. See how it goes. Give them an early power play. We kill it off. And it is us, Utah. Tom Wilson, our grinders coming through. Ridiculous. William and Frederick and Marchand. I mean, there's people probably having nightmares about that stat line. Okay. Best 2 words in hockey. Game 7. Conference finals. Who's in the East? East right now, it'll be the Caps. Let's see if we can get Tommy Wilson to play against his team here. Times 8, first period. Need to get one early, and we don't. Everything I say, the opposite happens. Let's keep going. We give them a power play. We kill it off. Okay. This is a little confusing to me because last sim we did, I was the Vegas Golden Knights, and we definitely didn't make it this far. Again, spoiler alert, but whatever. Okay. Down by 1. Same as always. We're just going to quick sim it. Hope for the best. And still 1-0. This is looking oddly familiar to another game. Power play early. Brad Marchand. Super clutch. Super clutch. Let's see if we can give them a power play again. They're out shooting us. We get a power play. It's getting down to the crunch time here. 5 minutes left. Third period. We give them a power play. They score on the power play. You hate to see it, and that's probably going to be all she wrote for us. And that's it. I mean, I can't be disappointed with the effort. I mean, we hung in there the whole time. We'll have a look at the stats. We'll sim the rest of the playoffs, see who manages to win the cup. Your Stanley Cup champions are the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Let's have a look at the awards. We'll have a look at, well, at everything. Stat Central again. Hopefully the awards are queued up. We'll have a look at the playoff tree first. Vegas, they went through St. Louis in 7, the Ducks in 6, us in 7, the Caps in 7. That's a lot of games. One away from playing every single one. The Caps through the Devils in 5, through the Rangers in 6, Sabres in 5, and then they lose to the eventual Stanley Cup winners, Vegas, there in Game 7. So I guess that's the rust versus rest, and I guess Caps got rust. So Adam Fox actually led us in points. Actually not what you want to see, and he was even. So again, not great. Marchand 15 and 17. Again, we were a more defensive team, so I don't expect crazy point totals. But again, someone like Mark Stone, when you're over point per game in the regular season and then you only put up 13, a little disappointing. I mean, Marchand still leads us in goals per on, pretty close behind with 9. Probably our best player of the whole postseason here, based on the whole body of work there. Goalies, I assume Binnington played pretty well. Yeah, there you go. Didn't even get yanked one single game. 11-4, 2 overtime losses, 2 shutouts, 9-2-9, 2-2-1. Like that's goaltending numbers that you can win the cup with easy. Go back. We got to look at the whole league. See if we can figure out who's going to win that Conn Smythe. Entire league. Buchnevich on the Caps, actually, and then Teravainen. He's the guy that put us away. He's probably the guy that's going to win the Conn Smythe. We'll look at goalies. The 16-win man, Andrei Vasilevsky. I said it. I mean, and it looks like Binnington probably had the best numbers for someone that actually made it decently far. Yeah, I mean, Binnington, 17 games, 9-2-9, and a 2-2-1. He had the numbers. We just couldn't put the puck in the net for him. Let's see the awards. I mean, we know all these ones. Let's look at individual. Art to McDavid. Hart to Eichel. Not often you see the split. Norris goes to Devon Tays. That is something you never see in this game. But it's nice to see when someone else can finally get it. Lady Bing goes to Jack Hughes. Two Hurricanes there. Calder goes to Celebrini. Teravainen does get the Conn Smythe, as we predicted. Vezina goes to Freddie Anderson. I really thought Binnington deserved it, but he doesn't get it. William N. Jennings also to Frederick Anderson. Bjork gets the Masterton. Canucks coach gets the Jack Adams. Selke goes to Matthews. I hope to see that in real life, scoring 70 goals and being the best defensive one would be unreal. And then, Ted Lindsay to McDavid, Maurice Richard to Pasta, and then the rest we know again. But, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.